It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Goff on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd down, Williams. That gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy from 10 yards out. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Lions nothing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
And this is caught! Touchdown, Broncos! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Here's Fry now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 63 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On first down, Wilson. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 3.
Throwing is Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Wilson.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
So now Fry back out following the score. He'll send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got this to Williams, complete. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So in play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw, and it all comes together for big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. St. Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Lions 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
To throw is Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now to throw.
Got a man, it's Mims. Running free at the 45. Off to the races.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Denzel Mims.
87 yards.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A solid stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17.
Flying in for that sack, Aidan Hutchinson.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The kick by Marr is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. I couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Bailey, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 13 yards remaining on second down.
Now Wilson.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. He's on his way.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And he He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Goff.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kwan Williams.
Now he's loose at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Goff's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
The 71 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Greg Dulcich.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here's Fry now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on third, Goff.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta with it. Inside the 20.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Goff on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
DJ Jones collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Khalil Herbert, the ball carrier. Devon Gaucho on the tackle. Brings up third down. Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line. DeAndre Swift, the Eagle ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50-yard line. Brings up second down. Complete to DeAndre Swift.